Hello everybody and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. As with always, be sure to check out the original before coming to watch us. And just like always, Fireball is here, so Fireball, introduce yourself and tell them what episode we have for today.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be watching Sauron versus the Lich King, Lord of the Rings versus World of Warcraft.
And if you recall, Fireball was on our most recent editions of Let's Discuss Death Battle talking about this matchup. So how do we know these two? Sauron is from books, and then The Lord of the Rings became a movie, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have histories with Sauron, or is that it?
My only exposure to him was the movies. So
That's fair. I think that's a lot of people's first exposure because books are boring.
yeah.
You know what's not boring? Video games! And that's where the Lich King comes from, because of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
True. And Lich King was one of the big bads of this game. And it is interesting because we also have a fire versus ice duel, apparently.
Really? Okay.
So who do we think is going to win? Unless Fireball wants to add anything about the Lich King.
I guess I made the right choice on lads because fire is my favorite element.
Yes, if you recall on Lads, we were pretty split on this one between Sauron and Lich King. I ended up picking Sauron.
And I went for Sauron as well.
I think the biggest reason I went for Sauron was because of experience, and Sauron may be faster than Lich King. It comes down to who can expose whose weakness, I feel like. But Lich King is not a weakling.
Definitely not.
And also, the preview for it looks good. I learned, they told us the voice actors. We got a new voice voicing Sauron. And the person who voiced Aizen is voicing the Lich King.
Nice.
So, it's about 4. Are we ready, man?
Do it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. Perfect syncing.
Did that sync up?
Perfect syncing.
Sauron, the Lord of the Ring.
Yay.
The Lich King, Warcraft's Lord of the Scourge. Evil has many shapes, but few can match the presence of these kings of blight and shadow.
Yep.
Yay.
He's an iron boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
which
and
one's
skills
light?
to find out who
Lich
would
King
win
or
our
Sauron?
death battle.
Probably Sauron because the ring? I don't know.
Within the
Scourge is
timeless
probably
halls, at the dawn of creation, the supreme god Eru and his angelic Ainur created all of existence through
Yay.
a single harmonious song.
But one of these angels just had to be a rebel. Melkor ruined that harmony, giving the world its many, many imperfections. Like Wiz. Then after the gods hit
Roasted.
and going rogue, Melkor took up a new name just to be even more metal. Morgoth.
Morgoth's power was impressive, daunting. Several Maiar,
Oh, by the Elf
essentially
King,
lower
gotcha.
angels, joined him in his frightening conquest of the world he had helped create.
And the greatest of these followers was one obsessed with destroying all life in the pursuit of bringing about
Ooh.
complete order.
He used to be Myron, but under
Look
Morgoth's
at that
reign,
design.
he became the one and only Sauron.
As the bigwig of Morgoth's forces, Sauron spent thousands of years bringing Middle-earth to its knees.
Over
These
50,000
almost
years
warring
old.
forces
Jesus
of nature
Christ,
and
man.
the
Is that the oldest combatant we
create
have here?
Infernos, cause country-spanning
Maybe.
earthquakes, and even absorb souls.
And
Ooh.
because he's a weird angel spirit man, he can morph his body around his own soul however he wants, or just shed it like clothing and fight as a ghost.
He
Ooh,
can morph
no,
far
a
beyond
ghost.
That. He has appeared as something akin to both man and elf.
That's him?
attractive
Oh,
and
alright.
devious. A werewolf, once thought to be the
Wait,
greatest
what?
wolf of all, and even a vampire.
Oh man, Tumblr's gonna go nuts with that.
Hey, now I'm
Many of his
intrigued.
greatest accomplishments are not due to his powerful magics and weaponry, but his inhuman cunning. Sauron
Yeah,
is nothing less
he
than
is
a master of manipulation.
He's really
like
good
if
at that.
Loki and Satan did a fusion dance. He loves to trick someone with illusions, shadow magic, or just by toying with their sad, predictable, pathetic human emotions. Like when he convinced Saruman to join the evil side, who was basically a super wizard specifically meant to lead the charge against Sauron.
Wow.
In some ways, Sauron is actually wiser than the master he served. In the most epic war to eclipse all other wars, humans, dwarves, elves, and more united to destroy Morgoth,
Dude, it took
casting what remained
so
of
much to
Melkor
beat this
into
guy.
the void.
But Sauron saw it coming and bailed faster
Of course
than
he saw it
at a
coming.
divorce hearing, just to show back up centuries later in the fiery pits of Mordor.
There, the Dark Lord created a plan to conquer everything. He fooled the Elven Smiths into forging 19 rings of power. He
There they
planted
are.
them among the leaders of Elven, Man, and Dwarven kind, all controlled by another ring he made in secret.
The one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Oh God, that's so epic.
Yeah.
Now, forged in the fires of Mount
Okay,
Doom using part
here's-
of Sauron's
here's
own
all
soul,
the stuff about the
the
ring.
One Ring amplified his power and let him control the minds and actions of the other ring bearers.
The 9 kings of men were especially vulnerable and saw themselves reduced to twisted wraiths bent to Sauron's whims.
Not
It
cool.
wasn't any better for the less kingly humans. So much so that Sauron mind-controlled most of Numenor. We're
What?
talking about an island nation that could have had as many as 18
Never knew this?
million people.
I
and
didn't watch the
Sauron
movie.
had them all at his creepy, pokey fingertips.
This led to retaliation from Eru, who had hardly directly intervened
Oh, yeah.
ever before,
Isn't he like-
even
I think he's the
against
big
Morgoth.
god.
Eru sank Numenor, while Sauron
Whoa.
was still on it. But the Dark Lord's spirit persevered, indestructible even against the wrath of God.
Sauron used the ring to build himself a new body. It may have cost a lot of power.
Oh, yeah, there's
He
an
took
Calgon.
a biblical
I brought him up in
offense
Lads,
to the face
in the
and
black
went
box.
right back on to being evil.
And yet, putting so much power into one object did have drawbacks.
Which hit back hard when Isildur subtracted a digit from his hand.
The Warrior King did more than just cut off a finger. He took the ring and its power for himself. This act forced Sauron to retreat as a disembodied spirit, threatened by his own power in the hands of another. And should the One Ring be destroyed completely, Sauron's spirit could be rendered impotent beyond repair.
Oh,
It isn't
yeah.
all bad, though. The ring can turn you invisible, create visions of impending doom, and has one hell of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, who'd want to destroy it when it makes you want it? Has a will of its own.
Boomstick?
Promises whispered, even the best of us can't refuse. The greatest poultry dinner
Oh,
ever.
God.
Boomstick, bourbon, pecan, parmesan, turducken.
Boomstick!
So precious.
What did you
It sounded delicious. Now, ring or no ring, Sauron's
He
a
ate
beast.
it.
He swatted away armies of soldiers, interrupted Mount Doom through sheer willpower.
What?
He has total control over his own being and can modify his soul at will. So he can definitely resist someone like spooky ghost Celebrimbor trying to dominate his spirit.
And being among the strongest Maiar, the peak of Sauron's power is beyond that of Ose, a lesser Maya, which
Okay.
is
Okay.
specifically important because Ose single-handedly raised the island of Numenor.
Yeah, remember that island that got no one? That place. No wonder everyone
By
wants his
the
ring.
ring
Who
of
could turn down that
Sauron.
much power?
Not as Isildur. The hearts of men are easily corrupted, and he kept
Yeah.
the ring rather than destroy it. But in the end, the ring destroyed him and waited for its master's return.
Sauron was rebuilding Mordor into a world-conquering force. And after a little bit of good old-fashioned torture, he found out the ring was in the Shire. The chillest, coziest, dopest place imaginable. Oh man, when I retire, I'm gonna go live in a hobbit hole and just get lit 24/7.
So began the War of the Ring. Sauron's forces covered the land.
There's a lot of
seeking both
info
the
this
ring
time
and
around.
The downfall of man, always shadowed by the symbol of his ever-present influence.
Still a lot to cover.
The Eye of Sauron.
It was
Oh.
a slaughter fest. Middle-earth stood no chance. Everybody basically accepted death by orcs as inevitable. It was hopeless. The kingdoms of men would finally fall for good.
Save for the Dark Lord's truest weakness. Sauron's cunning and stratagems were never truly understood the people of Middle-earth. In his mind, absolute power was factually irresistible. He never
is-
imagined a mere mortal could ever or would ever seek to actually destroy the One Ring.
Against all odds and a whole lot of walking, Sauron was defeated.
So
Not
much
by the
walking.
sparkly new king of the armies of Middle-earth, but by the most unlikely creature imaginable, Elijah Wood.
Ha!
Yet, even as a formless shadow, Sauron's legacy remains one of domination, treachery, and most of all, fear. Fitting for the being that represents, and I quote, as near an approach to the wholly evil will as is possible.
Ooh.
Fair.
On the distant planet of Draenor, destruction was imminent. The orc
Ooh.
shaman Ner'zhul prepared a spell with his followers to tear the planet asunder, all to escape the fury of the demon lord Kil'jaeden.
But when Ner'zhul waltzed through the portal, Kil'jaeden was right there waiting for him.
Ha!
Ner'zhul was forced to serve Kil'jaeden's will to ravage another world, Azeroth. Thus, he was transformed into the first Lich King.
Oh God.
This Lord of the Dead was sent to the continent of Northrend, but Kil'jaeden had one more twist for poor Zul. His body was gone, leaving just his spirit, which was bound to a set of armor sealed within a prison of magical ice. Man, this guy
Ooh,
can't
okay.
take a break. Armor
think
looks
so.
sick, though. He's gonna possess me if I put that on, huh?
From his frozen
You have no idea
prison, the
what
Lich
I
King would
meant.
begin his
Probably
conquest, conjuring an unstoppable plague of undeath. Soon, this would threaten the lives of the kingdom of Lordaeron.
Okay, so that was a lot, but here's where our main guy finally shows up. Lordaeron's crown prince and holy knight, Arthas Menethil.
Hi,
Yeah,
Arthas.
his name does kind of sound like something your doctor would give you for fungus, but hey, Arthas was a badass. At 19 years old, he was considered one of the best swordsmen in the world and had mastered
Intern
nearly
at
every weapon he
Blizzard.
could.
Even
Okay,
with such
he
a
was an
skilled
intern.
warrior as its prince, Lordaeron was already severely pressured by a war with an orcish horde, so a zombie plague was
Guessing
the
that's a
last
reference
thing Arthas
to,
needed. Compounding this even
BlizzCon?
further,
Maybe.
Ner'zhul managed to break free of Kil'jaeden's power and turned his attention toward creating a champion to lead his ever-growing scourge.
Ah.
Naturally, he chose Arthas.
Who was a stressed out mess, to the point where he tried to stop the plague by killing everyone in his own city. Holy shit!
Oh.
Yeah, he was totally losing it. So hearing a creepy voice in
Oh,
his
yeah,
head
I
really
remember
didn't
this.
help.
Long
Yeah,
story
Tairucok
short,
talked
in his
about this one.
efforts to protect his realm, Arthas discovered a rune blade and took it for himself. This was the fearsome Frostmourne.
Hello.
Surprise! It's the source of the Lich King's power. He was stealing souls and storing them within the blade.
Okay,
With
Frost
this
wants
new
over
ice-cold
conduit,
cleaver
gotcha.
in hand, Arthas lost his soul and got a Death Knight makeover.
And so the former hero of light would lead the very scourge he previously fought.
And in time, Arthas would don the armor for himself, giving the Lich King a new, ultimate power. Walking!
Ha!
Remember, everything Lich King had done up until this point had been from his prison within a literal block of ice.
And this new Sauronite armor, wait, no, Saronite armor, is the best. Like, what was it doing
Okay,
stuck
then.
in ice all this time when it's made of old god blood and self-repairs? Screw you, blacksmith! You're never
Self-repairs,
taking
yeah, I
my
remember.
hard-earned gold.
Ooh.
I'll never have to get naked and die again!
By donning this dark helm, Ner'zhul and Arthas fused to become one, a being far more powerful than either had been before.
He could effortlessly cover cities in ice storms, murder hundreds with the power of shadow, and learn
transfer to
all
the
of your secrets
Shadowlands.
with the
Okay.
eye of Acarus.
Oh.
Azeroth's fate was sealed. Everyone was doomed.
See this guy? He's Illidan, a 15,000-year-old demon hunter with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. As a Death Knight, Arthas
Familiar
could
to
take
me.
him down, even after fighting through a massive army to get to him. Against this new Lich King, Illidan never stood a chance.
Wow.
This is important because Illidan had absorbed the power of Gul'dan, an orc warlock who, alongside his followers, raised the Broken Isles out of the sea. A
So they
massively
both
powerful
raised
feat of
islands.
Magic.
The fact that Arthas, a mortal guy, beat him up is a big deal. Just imagine how kick-ass he'd be in full control of the undying Lich King powers. Oh wait,
Pulled Arthas' strings up until this point, but he had made a drastic miscalculation. Within the mind of the Lich King, Arthas battled Ner'zhul for control
Oh.
and won. The power of
Hey.
Frostmourne, of the Scourge,
That's a lot of
undeath
spells.
itself was now under the command of
Multiple
Arthas.
spells.
and by this point, he was just done. Like, with everything. We've all had
Mind
one
that
of
there's
those
more.
days, right? Where you see all of humanity is so pathetic they can only be saved by just killing them all, so you rip out your own heart. Yeah, relatable.
Determined to end all life, Arthas led his scourge across Azeroth, spreading the plague to every corner of the world. he slaughtered every contender in his path, including legendary champions like this hero of the Horde, Dranosh Sarfang.
Who the Lich King bitch slapped to death in one hit, then zombified to serve him instead. Man, that didn't go well.
The Lich King seemed unstoppable.
Only one thing could take him down. A 25-man raid team of the best nerds World of Warcraft servers had to offer. And that one guy who was just there because he was friends with somebody, but damn, he sucked.
With these, heroes triumphant, the Paladin Tyrion shattered Frostmourne with an equally legendary blade, ending the Lich King's vile reign.
But the Scourge doesn't work on Phantom Menace battle droid rules, so there must always be a Lich King to keep the relentless undead in check.
Okay.
Yet no Lich King before or since ever matched the terror and malice Arthas brought to Azeroth.
Without a doubt, one of the most terrifying kings to ever conquer the world of Warcraft.
Ooh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
death battle.
And pause. We gotta work on that syncing, but... Oh, God, this is hard.
Oh, I have a question already. Did they mention that Lich King can only be killed when he's near the Ice Throne?
No, they actually didn't. They mentioned that shattering Frostmourne would do the trick. Okay, so I think Lich King has more in his arsenal than Sauron does.
Yeah, maybe.
But
He does.
okay, so how much of that stuff is going to like be able to affect Sauron's soul besides Frostmourne? Because again, if Sauron is faster, he doesn't have to worry about it, but there's no good speed number for these two. Oh, this is interesting. But also, can Lich King figure out that the ring is Sauron's weakness?
Maybe. If the battle takes place in Middle Earth.
Well, also, Lich King has that Eye of Agathis or something like that? So he could potentially try to use that to figure out Sauron, but then it comes to the question of, can Lich King actually destroy the ring? I don't think he can.
If I remember correctly, only the lavas of Mount Doom can destroy it.
And how is, like, Lich King gonna get him and Sauron there? You know, that's a big thing.
Okay. Well, if you remember correctly, I asked the question if either of them could travel through dimensions.
Right, and Lich King does have teleportation. But it said specifically to the Shadowlands. Under the Helm of Domination, that's where it said to the Shadowlands. And even then, like, the other spell Tairucok brought up for Lich King would take time to, you know, conjure. Okay, so what's stopping Sauron from absorbing the Lich King's soul? Is that something Sauron could do?
I don't know.
It's a toss-up, but I think I might stick with Sauron just because that teleportation thing specifically said teleports to Shadowlands.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Sauron here.
Alright, we're gonna stick with the Fiery Lord of the Ring. Anything else you want to add, or?
Oh.
Alright. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, Death Battle!
Alright.
Ooh. This looks great. Ooh.
I shall claim what is mine.
Ooh, that voice.
In this cold north, you
Ooh.
Dude, it looks amazing, and they sound great. Fight! Oh, where'd he go? Ooh.
Sauron is unbathed.
Oh! There goes that soul. Ice ball! Fire soul! No one wins.
Ooh, that's awesome!
Doggo!
That was an awesome shot.
Oh.
I'll tear out your heart. You will find nothing.
Oh god.
Sauron was to be stabbed.
Oh. What's a giant lizard?
That is an easy joke to make.
Cat. Oh. Oh god. This environment looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, we hit him! Uh-oh. Is that
Okay.
that undead plague? Oh, no!
Oh.
Oh my god.
Witness the prophecy of your doom.
Ooh. I am getting chills.
Oh my god!
Come on, Sauron!
This is so cool.
Oh.
Oh my god!
He did it! He broke the sword! He is the impossible.
Oh, yes.
Okay, this. What? He's trying to take his soul. Oh. I think he actually fucking did it. Long live the king.
Yes. Heyo.
Yes.
Well, if he wasn't all powerful before, look out for supercharged Sauron
God.
now.
Despite the Lich King's impressive power, Sauron's might was absolute.
But not before he got the duel of his life in a crazy close
How
bout.
close was
First up,
this?
Both Dark Lords could counter pretty much any mind or soul screwing powers, making a lot of their usual tricks way less noteworthy in this match.
To be fair, the Lich King severely debilitated Sauron via his plague of undeath.
Oh, yeah,
Most
that
physical
thing.
bodies would not survive such a disease.
So Sauron just got rid of his body. Who needs it? Especially when you can rebuild one or just start fighting as a ghost. Both things Sauron could do.
After all, the plague is intended
Okay,
for
differences.
organic mortal enemies and has
Okay.
never infected us.
It's that
Another
experience.
smallest
The
point for
experience is
Sauron
what
was his
is what
weakness.
came into
The
play
Lich
here.
King was a clever bastard, but even with the Eye of Icarus, it would have been tough for him to decode and destroy the One Ring. Meanwhile, given enough power, Sauron would naturally end up destroying Frostmourne. He's kinda got a thing for breaking swords.
So
Ha.
let's compare their power. While their highest limits are certainly nebulous, interestingly enough, some of the most impressive feats from both worlds involve lifting islands.
Oh,
As
islands.
Sauron is a more powerful Maya than Osei, and the Lich King could reliably defeat someone with Gul'dan's magic, it is possible to gauge the difference in power by measuring the islands that were raised.
Keep
Okay.
in mind, Gul'dan had a bunch of
I
help,
think that
so
makes
we're only
sense.
giving him his share. Turns out, Osei was doing twice the work.
By examining official maps to determine the volume of the islands, we found a difference between lifting 2 quadrillion tons of rock versus 4 quadrillion
That is
tons.
close.
Among further energy required to actually lift these through the ocean, of course. Both impressive, sure, but Sauron had the edge.
He
And for the
did.
final nail in the coffin, the Lich King might have been super scary, but he really wasn't around for all that long. At least not when compared to the experience Sauron has warring
Okay.
with the world for thousands of years.
The Lich King certainly posed a
Wow.
threat to Sauron, but
This
the ruler
was
of Mordor's awesome
really
might,
close.
enduring spirit, and millennia of treachery proved him the superior Dark Lord.
Wow!
Ha!
Oh my
That-
god!
that it?
What? Are you sour on the pun? I was pretty keen about it.
The winner is
Claps for Sauron.
Oh man.
Hey,
Oh,
if you
boy.
want more Death
What's
Metal
next?
ASAP, why not grab a membership?
Next.
Get exclusive
Any-
emotes,
oh,
badges,
boy.
live
What do we
chat,
got?
live streams, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Just click that join button. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
Time. Oh!
Back to him.
Midoriya!
Who's he fighting?
Oh!
Yeah! Oh my god!
Okay.
I think I peaked. Oh, it's Asta. Oh, Lord, it's Asta. Okay,
Midoriya.
before we talk that next time, we should talk Sauron versus Lich King. Oh, God, I'm shaking and my throat kind of hurts from that scream.
Okay then.
Okay. Okay, what do we think of Sauron versus Lich King? It looks so great.
Yeah.
It's a slower pace as far as the fight went, but it worked so well for what they could do.
Yeah.
I love the dialogue that they had as well. The Eye of Sauron looks so good.
Yep.
The analysis, that was a lot of info. And the boomstick sketch with him eating the ring was funny.
The analysis for both were great.
This is probably one of the best episodes of the season.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh boy. So, about that next time. Unless there's anything else you want to add.
I'm pretty hyped for that one.
Fucking Asta's getting in, man! For people wondering why I really like the show, I was told to compare it to Bleach in a lot of ways, and they were right. I really like Asta. I love the show. And
He Bleach?
a lot of people compare it to the Bleach because, you know, anime Grim Reaper Swords people. Because, of course.
I've been comparing it to Naruto.
I always thought
Actually-
Naruto was like the My Hero. But speaking of, there is someone I do feel bad for. If you recall, we have a person named Z-Dog who was on last before. One of his most wanted involved Deku, but it wasn't against Asta.
Ah, okay.
So I feel really bad. But this is going to be awesome, I feel like. There's a lot of storytelling they can do with these two. And the soundtrack has so much hype behind it. Imagine I take one of the Black Clover soundtracks and mix it with You Say Run, for example, and add lyrics. Oh boy! I really, really hope Asta wins that, but I don't know. Because a lot of what Asta can do involves magic, and Deku doesn't wield magic.
I'll be honest, I'm rooting for Midoriya.
I want to root for my boy Asta so bad. I gotta go in the labs with that mindset. But thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I am still shaking, so my outro is not gonna sound that good. I'm just that excited. When was the last time I got like this? Probably Madara Aizen. Wait, I just realized something. This happened with us last year with a swordsman from an anime that starts with letter A. If I had a nickel for every time that was happened, well, I would have 2 nickels. What's up?
Was it weird that it happened twice?
Oh, it was weird that it happened twice. How did you know?
You guess.
Well, thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction to Sauron versus Lich King. What did you think of the episode? Leave your thoughts down below. What do you think of Deku versus Asta, and who are you guys going for? With that being said, thank you folks for watching. I will see you all later. Fireball, go ahead.
Soya!